Over the next couple of weeks, as everybody starts to get together and you start to see more friends and family once again, if you're noticing somebody that, is sporting a little bit of a golf ball on their jawline and they're trying to say that their doctor is telling you that there is nothing wrong with it, maybe ask them to go ahead and get a second opinion. Because according to this, Nancy Major, well, she said that she begged her doctor for answers to my excruciating jaw pain, but they dismissed the symptoms. Then came an aggressive cancer diagnosis. Not saying that this is likely to happen, not even saying that this is possible for it to happen. Just also letting you know that, maybe your aunt with the chewing tobacco addiction isn't trying to sneak out one of your ashtrays. When Nancy Major developed a lump on her lower jaw, she assumed that it was a routine dental issue, but what started out as a minor problem quickly developed into an extremely rare and aggressive cancer, which saw the 39-year-old single mother of two fighting for her life. Major from Fannett, Texas, first felt like something was wrong when she developed what appeared to be an abscess, a swollen pocket of pus, near the back of her wisdom tooth in January. When it emerged, she thought that it was linked to a cold that she had been battling at the time, but along with the lump and cold, and that she had been experiencing weight loss and shortness of breath, which made even climbing stairs difficult. Her doctor had prescribed her antibiotics, but the medication was not helping to ease the pain. The pressure from the abscess had grown so strong that the teeth in the back of her mouth had also started to become loose. You can kind of tell right there. It's like, there's a considerable problem. The dentist removed Major's back tooth, but sent her home once again with medication that made no difference. Okay. 3 weeks later, I was still in pain, still losing weight. I went from 139 to 108. In 3 weeks? It's a considerable amount of weight to drop, and I just knew something wasn't right. She claimed that she returned to the hospital repeatedly, begging for answers. Doctors performed a series of CT scans, 3 in total, but the mass in her mouth kept growing. But it kept growing. They were trying to figure out what's wrong with her, but it kept growing. Okay, medical practitioners could see that the mass on the scans, but was still thought that it was just an abscess. At one point, they attempted to drain it when the antibiotics failed to reduce the swelling. I could hear them pulling and scraping. Just digging around in your mouth. I could hear them scraping and pulling. What the hell? But nothing came out. There was just blood. The pain was unbearable, Major said. She couldn't eat or drink. She was exhausted, frightened, and wasting away. Finally, a nurse took one look at Major's face and her scans and sounded the alarm. The medical practitioner immediately realized that it wasn't an abscess. It was a tumor. It's not a tumor. It's actually a tumor in this case. And ordered another urgent scan followed by a biopsy. This time, the real cause was uncovered. The mass was cancerous, and she needed specialist care immediately. She was transported to a more advanced hospital in Texas and given a devastating diagnosis, a rare and extremely aggressive B-cell lymphoma with a shockingly low long-term survival rate. Oh, yay. Luckily, Major's cancer was cut early and it was in stage 1. Oh, fantastic. Meaning it hadn't spread to other parts of her body. Despite this, doctors warned that she had just a 14 to 20% chance of living for more than 5 years. B-cell lymphoma is the type of cancer that originates in the B lymphocytes, B cells, which are the type of white blood cells responsible for producing antibodies to fight infections. In a B-cell lymphoma, the cells grow uncontrollably and accumulate in the lymph nodes, spleen, bone marrow, and other organs, interfering with the body's normal immune function. Symptoms may include swollen lymph nodes, fatigue, fever, night sweats, and unexplained weight loss. Jaw B-cell lymphoma is very uncommon, accounting for 0.6% of non-Hodgkin's lymphomas. Due to the extreme rarity and the lack of specific cancer registry for this precise location, there are no specific annual case statistics in the U.S., so she is in fact a statistical anomaly. Treatment depends on the cancer stage and may involve chemotherapy, immunotherapy, targeted therapy, or stem cell transplantation. I had a complete meltdown, Major said, following her diagnosis. A panic attack right there. I couldn't breathe. She was sent home yet again to wait for a follow-up with an oncologist. Fortunately, Major's cousin works as a doctor and recommended... Okay, so you have a cousin that works as a doctor and they couldn't figure out that something was wrong with your face? Come on now. And recommended she apply for a clinical trial to help cover the cost of her cancer treatment. After undergoing another series of biopsies and scans, Major was accepted into a life-saving clinical trial at the National Institute of Health in Bethesda, Maryland, 1,400 miles away from her family. NIH saved my life, and I don't have I'm sorry, if I didn't have those resources, I wouldn't be here today. And to wrap things up on a light note, everything seems to be progressing nicely. She is still undergoing treatment, but things are starting to recede. Obviously, you can tell, where things were at for a while, given, the dislodging of, having a lump on the side of your head for a minute. So yes, well, she's definitely still, in the thick of things, but yes, there is a light at the other side of the tunnel, and her checking out her ponytail, well, it can go ahead and join that jaw lump in the trash can, because she's getting better, and it's a good thing to see. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.